Well, in our area, the St. Brigid's crosses are made on the feast of the eve of St. Brigid's, and you would gather now. I know some neighbours would gather together in one house, and somebody would go out and say a prayer, before you come into the house, carrying the rushes with them. Mm-hmm. And during the cross making, they would have poundies, which is mashed potatoes and onions and butter, lovely butter.
Mm-hmm. And then there'll be a cross made for sort of the house and also for all the outhouses outside, the byres or the stable for the horse or, places like that there to protect the animals throughout the year as well. That's the general idea of, the main kind of a thing, And if there's any old person in the area that wouldn't be able to make one, you do extra ones for them or whatever,
I still make them, and I would cut the rushes if there was any around the garden, which there's plenty, and on the night before the 31st, and I would make my crosses that evening, and I would put them out before bedtime, before 12, and I would have a little bit of cloth, or some said a white scarf, and I would put them all into a bowl and put a big stone top them so it was a stormy night, they wouldn't blow away, and leave them out on the windowsill all night, and St. Brigid would come during the night and bless them. And then the cloth would have, if you had any sores or that during the year, sore throats or any sores, especially with children, that you'd rub this little bit of cloth on them.
We used to have to cut the rushes, the head of the house normally did that, before the sun went down on the 31st of January. Mm-hmm. And then he came to the back door and he called out for the people in the house to go on their knees and to welcome St. Brigid in. And he called out 3 times and the household answered, and then he opened the door, came in, and then we waited until the sun was well set. We had poundies first, you had the shave of rushes under the table, and then after that, when you had the meal, everybody tied a few rushes round their head, band, something to do with headaches, and then you made so many crosses, depending on how many byres you had. If you had an old neighbour that didn't make ones, you would make ones for them as well. And we'd normally bless them, somebody in the house would bless them themselves, but now it's a custom taken to the church, but not at that time, when I was growing up a few years ago.